Hello and welcome to today's tutorial with Magnific. We are going to look at the 3 magic spells that we have going on in Magnific, and we're going to go from this image to that image. Let's begin. To begin, we need to move over here, and we're going to upload a image that we have here of a SketchUp house. We are going to get ourselves a reference image, which I have here, Victorian house. You can use that as a reference image. And we're going to input a little bit of a prompt here. We're going to do beautiful modern house architecture magazine. Style strength to 100. We're going to use structure strength 80 for this one. We're going to use the flavor faithful, and we're going to use the real engine. We're going to start that style transfer, and it's going to cost us 5 coins. So let's see if that GPU can spin up. So the idea here is that we're starting with the style transfer here to kind of just get ourselves in a position where we can have a bit more than just the SketchUp outline. And don't worry, we'll look quite bad as we go through these steps. Like, the quality will be okay, but it won't be as good as we get to the final step. So here it's all about that process of going from the SketchUp image or your paper sketch, whatever you have, maybe a Blender output that's super blocky. Oh, look at this. It's a bit too much. All right, but well, let's fly with it. Let's see where we get, right? So now that we have this, what we want to do, that we're going to use the output image in the Relight. I'm going to use the final image. I'm going to use that here in Relight. And we want to transfer using a reference image. Right, so we have another of the Relight image here, which is a sunset image. We want to have a little bit of a prompt. We want to use light strength 90%, contrast HDR, change background off. All right, let's do the Relight and see what happens. Let's pull this through. We start that. So while we're waiting on that, the whole process here is that we go from the image that we have, we do a style transfer on that image. And in this case, I used synthetic image, so just used an image of a Victorian house. And then we want to style transfer into this sunset. And then once we've done the style transfer, we want to do a Relight sequence where we take another synthetic image of this sunset view, and we want to push that through with our style transfer image. We apply the Relight image that we have, and this is the output that we're getting. So here we go. All right, looking good. So then what we want to do, we want to upscale. Actually, here we can do a bunch of other things. We can have really fun with it. I think one of the things that we can do is that we can remove the reference image and do only a prompt. Let's see. And we want to change the background here. That's it, I guess. We want to try that out. See what we get. So now that we have that as well, it's going to let that spin for a bit. The interesting thing here is that, we started out with this image from SketchUp. We transferred it to this Victorian house. It's a bit odd. And we then transferred the sun in here. And then we did this underwater scenery. Obviously at this point, we can argue whether or not that initial reference image of the Victorian house is correct or not, because it ends up being quite an interesting house. But why not? What we want to try to do now is upscaling. We want to let's go to the upscaler. We want to use the final image from the sunset view. We want to do scale factor 4 straight away. We want to do creativity 2, HDR 1, resemblance -1, fractality 0, engine automatic. This is my preset go-to. Like, if I'm doing anything in Magnific, usually this is where I end up starting. 2, 1, -1, automatic, and then try from there. So let's upscale this. This will take a little bit of time, but that's fine. So again, this works with any architecture sketch. You can, pull things out of Blender, pull things out of SketchUp, whatever your software choice is. Super easy to get going, super easy to try things out. So if you want to find reference images, I guess we can go to free pick. And at free pick, we can just search in the library for any kind of reference image that we want. Go here, do photo. Oop. And we'll get sunset images of modern houses. And we can use these as reference images. Super easy, super fast. Here we go. Our final upscale. And again, I mean, come on. This is worth the wait. I guess what we didn't get here, we didn't get lights from inside of the windows. But we do end up having this absolutely insane upscaled image. So to give you an idea of how crazy it is. Let's just look here at a little guy standing here. Turned into a real human. Or like, why not look at the windows? Yeah? And the reflections in the windows. Alright, let's download that in 100% quality. And let's open it full screen. And let's view the actual size. Here we go. Not too shabby from where we started, is it? From that SketchUp image. Let's put them side by side and make a proper comparison. Okay, let's look at that side by side comparison then. This is what we started with, and this is what we ended up with. That's quite the transformation, if you ask me. Okay, so that was really nice to dive into what you can do with style transfer, relight, and upscale all together, all the 3 magic spells of Magnific. Don't forget, this works for all architecture, photo, anything that you might want to play around with. And other things as well, obviously. This is just one of the things you can do. But looking forward to see what you make of this. And don't forget to tag us on social media, like on X, on Instagram, on TikTok. And we'll make sure to try to highlight you. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and do subscribe so we can make more videos for you. Really looking forward to some of the things that we got in the pipeline. And don't forget, you are Magnific. Thank you so much for watching and see you in the next one. Bye.